Luke, the 6th chapter, verse 22 through 38. Mm-hmm.
Blessed are ye when men shall hate you, and when they shall separate you from their company, and shall reproach you, and cast out your name as evil for the Son of Man's sake.
I'm telling you right now. I'm telling you right now. When you accept the fact that you're not black, that you're not African American, when you accept the fact that you must keep the law, statute, and the commandments of the Most High, when you accept the fact that you must walk away from the pagan things of Christianity and you must follow the feast of the Bible, people who even go to church are not going to rock with you anymore. I'm telling you that right now. Just be ready for it. They're going to hate you. When you're going to tell them, man, the Most High, they never told us to worship on the Sunday. He told us to worship on the Sabbath. I'm going to an Israelite church now. I don't do that anymore. I'm doing this. They're going to hate you. When you don't want to be involved in Christmas no more, they're going to hate you. When you're on your job and you don't want to do the Secret Santas and stuff anymore, they're going to hate you. When you don't take your kids trick-or-treating, and when everybody else do it, when it's a big, long tradition, they're going to hate you. When you don't come over to grandma's house for the family, for the annual Easter egg hunt, they're going to hate you. But Most High Christ called you blessed. Verse 23.
Rejoice ye in that day, and leap for joy. For behold, your reward is great in heaven. For in the like manner did their fathers unto the prophets.
So that's what happens. Our elders, our ancestors, they hated the prophets because they stood for the truth. And you notice right now that some of these pastors, the real pastors that are teaching truth for their churches, that's why people don't like them. That's why they talk about them. That's why they criticize them. Because they're actually telling people the truth and they're not accepting sin. So he said, rejoice. And that's considered the exact opposite of what the world tells you to do. If people walk away from you, you're supposed to be depressed. You're supposed to get on drugs. You're supposed to get you some medication for depression. That's what the world tells you to do. But he told us to do what? He told us to rejoice. Verse 24.
But woe unto you that are rich, for ye have received your consolation.
Now let me explain that. That doesn't mean that the Most High wants you to be poor. That's a false doctrine that has been taught by the church. What the Most High is saying, what Christ is saying here is that for you, that your whole purpose, your whole identity was just, your whole purpose in life was just to get rich. That's the only thing you were doing. You sold your soul. You sold out to people. You did things that you wasn't supposed to do. You refused to follow the law and did everything to make sure that you get rich. You already received your reward already. Congratulations. Christ said, woe unto you. Verse 25.
Woe unto you that are full, for ye shall hunger. Woe unto you that laugh now, for ye shall mourn and weep.
All you that are spending your days on social media clowning people, taking pictures of people out in Walmart and grocery stores and restaurants, taking them and uploading them on social media and laughing at people. So you sit around looking at videos of folks that are going through pain and struggling, and you're laughing at them. You all this you're laughing now, you won't be laughing a little bit longer. All of you that don't got no time, no effort to give to anybody that's less fortunate than you, you're good and full now, but you're going to be hungry in a little while. Verse 26.
Woe unto you when all men shall speak well of you, for so did their fathers to the false prophets.
When everybody cool with you, you're in trouble. And especially to you so-called preachers. When everybody in the world walk with you, you're in trouble, buddy. When you call yourself supposed to be a preacher of the gospel, a man and a woman of God, and everybody in the secular world inviting you to the parties, inviting you on talk shows, inviting you to the groups, you in trouble. Because if they asking your opinion, you in trouble. They want to give you a talk show, you in trouble. Read that for them again.
Woe unto you when all men shall speak well of you, for so did their fathers to the false prophets.
To the false prophets. The people who lie. The people who tell people what they want to hear. The people who come up with fake prophecies. Everybody loved them. The people who tell you you're in the grace. You can do whatever you want to. Eat whatever you want to. Everybody loves those guys. Oh, you've been married 4 or 5 times? You want to get married at church? Come on in. Just pay us his fee. We'll marry you. Woe unto you. Oh, you want to marry a dude and you're a dude? Come on down. We'll do it. We're not like them other Christians. Woe unto you. Verse 27.
But I say unto you which hear, love your enemies, do good to them which hate you.
See how he switched it back around though? Fighting fair in an unfair world. Even though they're doing these things, even though they're setting you up and trying to sabotage you and don't want to rock with you, he told us to do what?
But I say unto you, love your enemies, do good to them which hate you.
Mm-hmm.
Bless them that curse you, and pray for them which despisefully use you.
That's completely opposite of what you and your feelings. But you have to understand that we don't move by feelings, we move by faith. Verse 29.
And unto him that smitten thee on the one cheek, offer also the other. And him that taketh away the cloak, forbid not to take thy coat also.
Mm-hmm.
Give to every man that asketh of thee, and of him that taketh away thy goods, ask them not again.
So if you give somebody something you know they need it, don't be trying to ask for it back. If they give it back, it's cool. I know that's really difficult. Nobody telling you to give your car and you don't have another car. But what he's saying is this. There's gonna be some things that you're gonna look out for somebody. You're gonna give somebody some money. And you already know they're not gonna give it back to you. And I'm not talking about being a sap and pouring money to people who are gonna take your money and go drink it up and get drugs and do stuff they got to bid. He's not talking about that. But he's talking about those poor people who really don't, that they don't have the money to pay you back. They need to pay their light bill, and you're going to pay their light bill for them, and they know, and you know they're not going to have the money to pay it back. You already know that. Verse 30? Verse 31?
And as ye would that men should do to you, ye also do them likewise.
Mm-hmm.
For if you love them which love you, then what thank have ye? For sinners also love those that love them.
You don't get no props, man, for being there for your family. Your family love you. And that's what people always think. I'm do everything for my family, my friend. They know that's you don't get no props for that. The props come when you love those who don't love you. When you're good to those who ain't never been good to you. When you hold the door for a person who slammed the door in your face every day y'all going to work. When you have a kind word for those who won't even speak to you. That's when you get credit with the Most High. Verse 32. Verse 33.
And if ye do good to them which do good to you, what thank have ye? For sinners also do even the same.
The sinners do that. They look out for each other. If you scratch my back, I'll scratch yours. The sinners do that. Verse 35.
And if you lend to them of whom ye hope to receive, what thank ye? For sinners also lend to sinners to receive as much again.
You get no credit for that. You know this person has the money. You don't get no props giving somebody you know that's going to get a check and be able to give it back to you. The credit is when you give it to a person, you already know in your mind that person does not have the ability to pay back. But you know that they need it, so you give it to them. Verse 35.
But again, love ye your enemies and do good, and lend hoping for nothing again. For your reward shall be great, and ye shall be the children of the highest.
Mm-hmm.
For he is kind unto the unthankful and to the evil.
That's how you know you're a child of the Most High God. Because the Most High God is doing things for people that he know ain't going to never do nothing for him. The Bible says he allowed the rain to come on the just as well as the unjust. And when you're doing that, that's how the world know that you're a child of the Most High God. not because you're out here just giving to black folks. Anybody can do that. It's easy to do that. But doing for people you know they don't care anything about you. Can you go down there to that house that you know hungry and they got a Confederate flag waving outside of it? That you go take them some groceries? That's when you're a child of the Most High God. Verse 36.
But ye therefore merciful, as your Father also is merciful.
Mm-hmm.
Judge not, and ye shall not be judged. Condemn not, and ye shall not be condemned. Forgive, and ye shall be forgiven.
That's the recipe. People don't want to be condemned, but they love to condemn others. They want to be forgiven, but they will not forgive nobody. They want mercy, but they never give mercy to other folks. Verse 38.
Give, and it shall be given unto you. Good measure, pressed down, shaken together, and runneth over, shall men give unto your bosom. For with the same measure that ye met withal, it shall be measured to you again.
That's how it works. And people use this right here for prosperity, in the prosperity message about money, sowing seeds. Yes, that's part of it, but as you see when we talk about that, that's not the gist of it. It's more than that. You're going to need mercy in some time of need. So you best be giving mercy out to folks. Because there's going to be somebody you're going to need mercy from. It's going to be some situations where you're going to need somebody that you've done wrong, and you're going to need forgiveness. So you better be out here forgiving the people who've done you wrong. And that's how it comes back to you. Fighting fair in an unfair world. So we hope today that you were encouraged. We hope today that you were empowered and inspired to continue to walk this walk, to realize that you're not black, that you're not African American, that you're from the tribe of Judah, from the nation of Israel. And we must live as such. You cannot continue to walk in the ways of the world. You cannot continue to walk in the ways of Gentiles when you understanding that you're not a Gentile. You cannot do the things of the denominations and Sunday service and pagan holidays knowing that those things do not stand for you. You have to move forward in the truth. And when these things are coming to you, the people are attacking you, the people are trying to destroy you and sabotage you, you must fight fair, even in an unfair world. So, I'd like to tell you, all the people of the Raleigh, all the men of the Raleigh and Durham area, we are taking the Awakening on the road next Sabbath. We're coming to the Raleigh and Durham area. We're going to be partnering with Pastor Bernice and Teresa Burrows of Holy Transformation Ministries. And we're really excited about this because we have an opportunity to fellowship with this ministry with other people. Now, we've taken many liberation. We've done many liberation events on the road, but we've never taken the Awakening on the road. And so we're really excited about it. So if you have any men that are in the area of the Raleigh-Durham area, make sure you come and join us live there, because once we do the lesson on live, we're also going to have a one-on-one session after that, so we can be able to talk to the people and give people some opportunity to answer questions, because we get a lot of questions, but we don't get them while we're doing live. So we're going to take this time to make sure that we break everything down. So if there's anything that people don't understand, then we make sure we'll be able to answer. So we love for the men and ladies to drop your teenage sons off and or make your boyfriend or your husband tell them to come on out, because this message is going to be titled for the men, but you have to understand, if it's for the men, ultimately it's for the women and the family as well. So be praying for us as we go out on the road. And next month, November the 4th, we will be in the Eagle Springs area for Operation Rescue. So, men, we want to make sure that we end off this year doing a lot of focus on the men. And we do hope to do one more thing for the women, but we're not really sure if we're going to be able to get that off. But we do want to make sure that we spend some time with the men, because our nation will not form properly and develop properly without the men being in the proper place, knowing exactly who they are. So we want to let you know that we love you and we appreciate you for joining us today. If you need any information throughout the week, anything, any understanding, any clarification, no matter what part of the world that you're in, contact us and we'll do what we can to assist you. To all my Israelite brothers out there, Kwam Yasharallah.